ladies, if there are any, and the mostly gentlemen that are watching, welcome back to Season 5, All Sing No Ring! It's round 6 at Summit Point. We're in the GT3s. We're getting going with some horsepower here. You know what? I always think when we get in those DCRs, fuck the front wheel drive. I can't wait to get in the GT3s. You know what? Last season we were driving the F4s and a lot of people were like, oh my god, I hate driving the F4. This season, everyone's been saying, oh my god, I love driving the GT3.
You know, it's a pretty fun shake 'em up. You go from the TCR to the GT3 and you just have more power, more brakes, more downforce, less weight. It's a great equation. Everybody loves it. And, you know, compared to the F4, that was a touchy car on the brakes.
What were you about to say, son of a bitch?
There was more in my mind.
You better not.
The F4 was one tough turkey.
You better not have.
GT3s, as is tradition, they're doing a pace lap. Everyone's warming the tires. They have opted to ixnay on the snake say. You cannot
I tell you what,
weave back and forth. You need to stay in your lane.
As of right now, the timing tower and the track map are both broken. There's a high chance we have to restart this broadcast unless they rework themselves. The track map is working. Let's see if the timing tower can get going.
I'm not sure about the timing tower, but we've been stuck on Gold Striker the entire pace lap. Let's see if the blimp has anything more interesting. Here we are with the pace car. The pace car showing us. I can't recall which Porsche that is. That might be Chimp.
No,
that might be Chimp. I think that's Chimp. My God, this is the newcomer Chimp here, chasing the pace car. I don't know if you can get closer.
What a beautiful angle we have here. This is a $1,000 production. May I remind you?
Porsche on Porsche on Porsche. No, I'm just kidding. It's Porsche followed by Porsche, followed by a Ferrari.
Oh my God, he's getting close to the pace car then.
Yeah, and just behind that Ferrari is a Mustang flashing the brights. No one's happy about this. They want to get going. Pace car, get out of here and get out of the way. We're on to event 6. Here we go. Pace car's off the track. Porsche on Porsche on Porsche. But we've got double Porsches in first and second, followed by a very good-looking Ferrari and a Ford Mustang. Let's get back to it.
Fucked up.
Holy shit, look at the gap.
It's fixed. Everything's fixed. Let's go racing.
First and second are off to quite a lead as the Ferrari right there just bumps uglies with a Ford Mustang. But here we go.
That looks to be Rock Lee that we're looking in front of Mr. Schwung. Can he make it stick out the outside, Mr. Schwung? Rock Lee!
Yep. He's falling behind the OnlyFans Porsche. There we go. Again, first and second running away with it, followed by a...
Look at this. You know who that is? That's Chimp. That's the newcomer. He's followed by Moldiver, the veteran, and they have very similar looking cars. It might be hard to tell them apart later in the race, but Chimp and the Moldiver, you know what? You remember back in the day, we used to call the Moldiver the Chimp. Anyways, let's keep racing. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yeah, look at these guys. The Chimp and the Moldiver. Moldiver going in hard. Chimp putting his nose out in front. He's not letting him go that easy. The Chimp is proving his worth. I tell you what, this might be the most impressive debut so far. Hello?
And here we are looking at the, what have you. Yeah? The grid, the entire grid. Everybody's fighting. My God, where are the people? There's Trash Panda and Captain Crash a little ways behind. They might be going to the pits.
Trash Panda, the 11th member of the grid. That's right, people. We've got 11 cars on track. It's a regular bonanza. There's so much going on. There's a spin right there. Jeff Plata. Jeff Plata, notoriously fuck that. His name is Jeff Plata because he wanted the Jefferson circuit. He won't have that same luck tonight.
Yeah, you know, but he did a good job. He held on to the brakes. He did not sweep anyone else up in his shenanigans. And again, woo! Look at this.
Moldiver is diving, and you know what? I've heard rumblings in the locker room that some people are calling him Jeff Plateaued.
You know, that's a
little rough.
That's uncalled for.
That's uncalled for.
Jeff Plateaued.
Let's not make note of that again, but Jeff Plateaued there.
Here we are looking at Mr. Schwung fighting for 6th place with the pace car. He's chasing him into this first turn. Big braking zone here. Let's see what he can do.
You know what? There's not been enough talk about the pace car this far into the season. I heard he requisitioned to the league for a name change because he has been finishing last place in a lot of races in a row. You know what? It's not even been that. He's finished in the middle of the pack in a number of races.
You know, pace car's been doing pretty good. I've heard rumors he might be on roids. You know, people say it makes you quicker.
No, I don't think that's true. I mean, you'd have to be crazy to do all that just for a silly racing league on a Tuesday night. I mean, we don't even do it for money. Anyways, pace car on Moldiver. He's at the. This is the battle for P1. This is a
P1,
crazy fight.
Moldiver and Chimp. This is, how do you say? Chimp is just showing off his first time.
It's Chimp versus Chimp. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I glossed over it earlier. We used to call the Moldiver Chimp, Champ, Chump. One of those being the Chimp. He's fighting with the Chimp. It's full circle here in Podium or Wall. This is some of the funnest racing we've had to date.
And Porsches are just leading
Oh my God,
field.
there was a really crazy battle there. I think we're about to see a crash.
Okay.
Oh, the Trash Panda.
Trash Panda.
You know what? Might have to change his name to Crash Panda.
No, it's his first night. We'll see what he can do later in the
Yeah, I
season.
apologize. Maybe we'll hold off for that for a little bit.
But here we are looking at 6, 7, 8.
Wow, look at them go!
Mr.
Mr. Schwung! You know, he just looks so fast in that Annihilate fucking AMG. That shit looks hot.
You know, 1 of 1. There's
Pardon
no one
my
else.
French.
There's no one else in the Mercedes.
You know, when we upload this to YouTube, they ask if it's safe for kids, and I always say yes. And they've yet to challenge me on it, and I've been cursing every race!
Every double digit.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I will show you this, though. Brian, if you're watching, that's my brother.
Doxed on live fucking race. Anyways, here
Not
we are
even doing that good in this race. Wait, I'm not in the race. Neither of us are. It's black on white. It's white and black. It's black and white. The Moldiver and the Chimp.
It's still Chimp. OnlyFans Porsche's gotten away with it. Rock Lee somehow got a big lead there.
Why did he give him that position? Did you see that? It looked to me like the Chimp just fucking gave it to him. What the fuck was that?
Well, racing, there's a bit
Pardon my French.
Oh!
He's spinning around. He got too big for his britches.
You know, I've seen a couple of these Porsches.
He chipped out.
They're great when they're great, but they'll get away from you, and worse than any other car, they'll get away from you, they'll never come back. But here we are.
What I haven't seen in a long time? Rock Lee in first place! Can we look at this for a second? Rock Lee has a 1.5 second lead over the Moldiver. In third is the Cuban Missile. He's only second back for the Moldiver. Gold Striker, he's only 2 seconds back for the Cuban Missile. I mean, these guys are the top, the creme de la creme of the league. I mean, we could be in for a race of all time here if they are willing to work together to catch up to Rock Lee. Who knows? Well, it looks like they're not working together. Mr. Schwung on the pace car. He's gonna have the inside for the next turn. Look at that scheme, that paint scheme, the Annihilate. He's using Shadow Sneak. Oh, it's such a powerful Pokemon, and it's such a beautiful paint scheme, isn't it?
You know, it's different than the disappearing line.
How long has it been since you talked? It's been like 5 minutes.
It's been like a minute. It's been a solid minute. But
I think you've been stunned by the racing happening here today. Look at that guy! Who is that? It's a podium position at stake! Rock Lee in first place got passed by the Moldiver! All at the hand of the Trash Panda! The Trash Panda! He's continuing to influence the race! That was the Cuban Missile trying to get by him. The Moldiver getting by Rock Lee at the hands of the Trash Panda. Cuban Missile getting by Gold Striker at the same hands. Can you believe it? What a shake 'em up!
Unbelievable. Big shake 'em up. Again, Porsche on Porsche on Porsche. But just like that, Rock Lee, second place.
Rock Lee.
Looks like Chimp is in front of him. My God, did Chimp take the lead again?
I swear to Christ, if the Moldiver wins another race, this would be really hard to come back from. Hopefully somebody can take it from him. Rock Lee, you know what? I'll have to say, I'm the biggest fan of Rock Lee, but he's not been known to charge at the end of the race. He's usually one to fall back and settle into second or third. Rock Lee, is he going to challenge for the pole position tonight?
We're going to find out. You know, personally, I'm always rooting for Avant-Garde. He's got a real good race ethic, but here he is. 7th place. We'll see if he can make more of himself.
I'm a good Christian guy myself, so the OnlyFans kind of rubs me the wrong way. But if he manages to make it stick, then so be it. I just hope he's not paying any, they kind of, he's pace car. It looks like
pace car's lost the whole spot.
Brother. Get it? The printer? Oh, brother, he did it again.
Back-to-back mistakes.
Rock Lee in second. This is you know what? Before this race, I was begging my co-commenters, I just want to see someone fight for P1. You know what we have here? A fight for P1. Rock Lee, the most unexpected person to fight for P1. He's in P2 right now. He's fighting for the Moldiver. It's his own Porsche. The Moldiver has the fastest lap. He's in the Porsche. There's Rock Lee in the Porsche. They have the same machinery. Rock Lee dipping a toe there into the gravel. Will he have the speed? He is, oh my God, as we watch the Trash Panda, crashing Panda again. Will it influence the race? It does a little bit. It does a little bit. It did a little bit. The Cuban Missile, he was in third. He was gaining ground. He had to slow down. And so did Goldschlager. That's what I'm hearing through the radio.
And here we are watching Rock Lee in the OnlyFans Porsche chasing the Moldiver, just willing his way into first place if he can. 0.2 of a second separate these two. Again, Porsche on Porsche, there is no camaraderie between the same names. Everyone is out, 1 for 1 and all for all.
Let's go, Rock Lee. Push him up the inside. Will he take it? Oh, the Moldiver holds off on the inside. Rock Lee trying to take the better angle. Maybe he can switch back. Moldiver holding off as we're on board with Captain Crash. Oh, my goodness.
Not a good night for him. Let's
get off of that.
Yeah,
poor guy.
Let's go back to
He's
first
in B10,
second.
so
Jesus.
that's poor stuff.
There we are.
Rock Lee in B2! I think they've got about 2 or 3 laps here. He's poking up the inside. He's trying to make the Moldiver make a mistake. Moldiver, familiar with that type of maneuver. Rock Lee, he's found himself in this position often. He hasn't found himself so far yet passing. He's still trying to find out how he can be the fastest in the group and pass the Moldiver. The Moldiver, he just wants to hold them off.
We are watching Chimp, the newcomer, racing with the Trash Panda. Also newcomer for tonight. We are up to 11 racers.
The Crash Panda going off course again.
Yep, small mistakes turned into big time.
Yep, yeah, he's far in the back-to-back. He's 2 laps down.
Our sponsor tonight,
Jeff Plata, giving us a free pizza for everyone who's watching. That's your Taco Bell spin of the night.
Back to our favorite race here. We got the Moldiver and Rock Lee, the OnlyFans Porsche. Again, just fighting it out for first place. We've been waiting for this all season. It's exciting stuff. We're going to see. We've only got a couple laps left. What is the Porsche on Porsche crime that is about to happen?
I mean, it's almost insignificant because everyone got a free Chalupa Crunchwrap Supreme for that last Taco Bell Supreme Press of the night. Wow, what a good race we have going on here. Rock Lee, P2, look at that. He's on the bumper. Can he make it last? He's got to get a good turn out of here. Last turn.
They're charging each other, but that BMW is not far behind. Almost a second separates Rock Lee from the Cuban Missile.
The Moldiver, he's taking it normally. I think we'll see a good 1-2 there. Moldiver and the Rock Lee. Yep.
One of these things we got to keep an eye out for is tire degradation.
I think they might be going around again.
The Porsches, they're all going around again, but the Porsches,
there might be another lap.
Rear engine, rear wheel drive.
These
been known to
fucking
burn out
guys.
their tires.
How much? What are we doing here?
The Flagstaff is drunk. It's not the commentators. Don't you worry about us here in the booth. We've got a great
balanced the beers right. We were saying that we're only going to drink the last beers for the last lap, and we did that. And yet the flag crew can't get it right. That being said, I think the leader has the white flag.
Oh, God.
Captain Crash!
Captain Crash here.
P9!
Big shake
Oh,
him up.
JG
Oh, my
Wentworth.
God.
I need you to crash right now.
You know what? He's not having a good night tonight. Here we are with Avant-Garde chasing Mr. Schwung. There might be another slip.
No,
oh, God. He holds it. What a
Coming
good move.
into tonight, Captain Crash, he had high hopes. Look at this. Everyone's battling besides Captain Crash.
You know, Captain Crash has just not had his day today, but that's all right. We're looking at Captain Crash.
Wow, look at them fight to the line. That's the mole diver.
Again, Mr. Schwung followed by Avant-Garde. Those two were duking it out, but Mr. Schwung had a big catch.
I think there's a whole mix-em-up of positions going on. I think the Rock Lee, I think they're fighting.
Is this the
Call me crazy?
Lap? Is this
Call
the
me
white
crazy?
flag?
I don't think the race is over. We're going here. Look at this race. Everyone's fighting. Why did he pull over?
Mr. Schwung, small mistake on turn
pulled
one.
over.
Avant-Garde's got the spot. This might be the final lap, folks. This is meaningful.
The mole diver, he's only got 0.3 seconds ahead of Rock Lee.
Porsche on Porsche on Porsche.
Rock Lee, can he poke his nose up the inside? He just doesn't have the grip. Rock Lee, come on, make it a fight. Come on, Rock Lee, we're all behind you.
Looks like the
Except for
Captain Crash
Cuban Missile,
Porsche
Gold
is
Striker.
well off to the side, letting the rest of them pass. Here we
Yeah.
go. He's holding up the
Here comes
Cuban
the mole
Missile
diver.
for a moment. What's he gonna do?
You know what? I know we've talked about it a lot, but I'm pretty sure he's taking the checker flag here.
You know, this could be another event.
I'm pretty sure the mole diver's taking. You know what?
First-
Not so sure anymore.
First is the worst. They run off with the race, but that's all right. You know, points are meaningful
They
in
might.
this whole league, and just like that, the Mole Diver's got a first place. Rock
They
Lee in
going
second. Cuban missing
I
in
don't know if
third.
this race is over yet.
I think it's over.
I really hope this race is over because this doesn't seem like they're trying so much anymore.
The time's way off. The time's way. And nobody jumped though.
No,
That
but
was
he's
kind
still
of the
going.
key.
They're still going.
They're still going.
It looks like they're still going. That we told them to jump off.
It appears they're fighting. We did tell them to jump. I don't know if they all
God
got
damn,
the memo.
dude, this shit's hard. Anyways, looks like
We're doing it live.
Looks like Mole Diver's gonna win.
Oh, Captain Crash.
Oh my God!
The curb is back there,
captain
son.
of
Jesus
crashing.
Christ.
Rock Lee. P2. Chimp in P7. He goes.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You know what?
monkey see, monkey do.
Just like that, the two of them have spun out there. It must be the final. I hope it's the final
How
lap.
fun is that? You know what? I think P1's about to come around the penultimate turn here.
Yeah, there we go. Mole Diver does run away with it. First place, followed by Rock Lee in the OnlyFans Porsche. And the Cuban Missile.
Mole Diver, let's see if he takes the jump. Will he remember? Will anyone else remember? Oh, can we get any good views of the jumps? You know, this turn
Gold
famous.
Striker
Oh,
for a
Gold
big
Striker.
jump.
He went off
Avant-Garde
screen.
wants it.
It's a couple off
Captain
screens.
Crash knows the move.
Okay, that was, yep. All right.
That's the final lap.
Yep.
That's the final lap.
Yep.
Yep.
Everyone, that was dog shit. We didn't see any of the. You know what? We're gonna rewind. We're gonna see the crashes.
Boomerang, it's all coming back to you. There was a bit of an incident on lap 1, turn 1. There was a couple other incidents. I feel like we avoided half of the trouble, but you know, it is what it is. GT3s, you want to see that up close and personal racing like Mr. Schwung and Chimp were doing, as well as Avant-Garde fighting his way all the way back. My God, 5th place at the end of this race. There we are with the, that's Chimp there in the Porsche. We had some very competitive Porsches out there. That being said, first and second in Porsches, BMW, Cuban Missile in third, followed by a GT Ford
Don't
Mustang.
Look. Don't look.
Nobody
Don't
look.
look.
Nobody look. As we try and find our way back to some of the highlights and the incidents and accidents of event number 6 here at Season 5, All Shake, No Break. We're finding our way. It's unclear. We're going to the standings now, is what my co-producer tells me. Now we've had some runaway first places. It looks like the Cuban Missile dominating in first place, followed by the Mole Diver with his strategic bowing out on events 3 and 4. Rock Lee in third, Closely followed by Pavant Guard. Those two are neck and neck. Gold Striker in 5th. Captain Crash in 6th. It's a big fall from fame.
Gold Striker and Captain Crash, they have historically been allies, but they've been neck and neck these recently races. Will they continue to do so?
We're going to find out. Mr. Schwung's right behind them. Following Mr. Schwung is the Jeff Plata and the pace car. Newcomers Chimp and Trash Panda follow up in 10th and 11th, but it's only natural. This is their first 2 events. We'll see what those two can bring later on in this season.
You know what? Despite the woes, despite the perils that may have happened, I thought that was a great race. What do you think?
You know, pretty exciting race as always. More fun than the TCRs. The TCRs are a good time, but goddamn, the GT3s bring the heat.
Anyways,
still child friendly. There's no cursing or swearing. Everything is totally straight and kosher.
We did pretty good.
Totally kosher. We're going to try and find the highlights, but we're working our way through the UI.
We're going to stop the video now.